special. And next up, we're harvesting wine grapes, my favorite thing to harvest. Renee Sforzazza is joining us from the Domaine to show us how our wine gets from grapes in the vineyard to your actual table, which is so cool. How's it going over there, Renee?
It's going great, Tracy. Like you said, I'm at Domaine Caylus. I'm here with assistant winemaker Brooke Husband.
Hi, Tracy.
And we are going to be diving into how wine is made. We've been really exploring the winery and the vineyard. You know, they're getting ready to start this latest vintage. So I figured it would be really fun to make wine from grape all the way to the final wine glass in 5 minutes. Are you ready?
I am so ready to do this in 5 minutes. And by the way, that's not real life. Don't try and make your wine in 5 minutes. So I have the same setup here that you have over there. How do we start?
All right, let's get started. You're going to follow along with Brooke. She's going to be doing everything, and I'm going to be describing it to you. So we have our grapes to start with. We have Chardonnay and Pinot Noir in front of you. First thing I want you to do is start taking off some of those Chardonnay berries and putting them into that press.
So one by one?
There we go. One by one. Yep. They're going to come off one by one. Wine grapes are a little bit different than table grapes, so they're very tiny and really compacted together. And the reason why we're doing this is because we don't really want that much stem inclusion, because it'll change the texture of the wine.
Okay. Okay, so I have a bunch of them out. I put them into the press.
So now, press it down.
Okay. You ready?
Yep.
Oh,
And
that's satisfying.
Press down your press. There we go. And then we're going to add it. Yeah. There you go. That sound as it goes in. Perfect. And then we're going to add it into one of those canisters in front of you. We're going to do some real strong methods here. There we go. Look at that juice.
Hey, Renee, I only have to do that 100 more times to get 1 ounce. Amazing.
You do. So also, I'm going to get you to empty that press out. Just take out that little bit.
Okay.
You see there's that little canister at the bottom, and pop it back in, because we're going to do the exact same thing for the red wine grapes.
Well, you know, I like blended berries, so I didn't clean it out exactly properly, but it's good enough. We're going to have a little...
That's fine. That's okay. That's okay. So let's pick off... pick off some red wine grapes and add those in.
Okay, so now I'm doing the same with the red grapes, and I'm doing it just as elegantly as Brooke is.
Yes, exactly. Isn't she great at this?
She's very good at it.
So pop those in there, and then press down your press again.
Yeah, this is the best part, by the way. Oh, it's so good.
There you go. Lots of strong arms.
Yeah.
Strong arms. And we're going to pour it into that canister again. You're going to see that the color is basically the same.
Yeah, I'm like, did I fail that test?
No, you didn't. So you're going to take a couple of berries and just throw them directly into the canister now, into your red wine canister.
Okay. And why are we doing that, Renee?
It's so that the red wine gets its coloring. So basically, from the start of harvest, you're having the grapes for red and white kick it off differently. White wine is not fermented on the skins, and red wine is fermented on the skins. So as we get these grapes into the canisters, they're going to start fermenting. There's a little bit of yeast on the outside of the grapes. And what's happening is that yeast is eating the sugars inside the grape juice. And they're going to start fermenting inside these canisters. And you can do it inside stainless steel like we're doing right now, but you can also do fermentation inside barrels, amphora, and a little bit of concrete too. Isn't that so cool?
That is very cool. Okay, so now my red wine is actually going to look like red wine, and we go to the next process where I have this teeny tiny little barrel.
Yeah.
It's very cute. What do I do?
Yes, we had our teeny tiny barrel. So after fermentation, we're getting into aging. So I want you to pour yourself a little sample from the barrel. That's our red wine.
Don't mind if I do.
And just leave that aside for a sec once you pour yourself a little. There you go.
There you go.
And you can pick up both that red and the white and just taste them and smell them a little bit. You're going to see that in both these red and white wines, they are not done yet. So barrel aging and aging in general can happen in stainless steel, can happen in amphora, but the wine is not completed yet. It doesn't seem very harmonic.
Mine is not done, Renee. You're absolutely right.
It's not done. I know, right? I give you a bunch of wine and we'll just taste it as we go. So
you know
this
what?
way you can see
the white's not
how
bad.
it's
Sorry to
being
interrupt
made.
you. The white's not bad, even not done. It's not bad at all.
I know, right? But look, you can see the color is different. It's a little bit cloudy. So once this aging process happens, it can be aging for a couple months to almost a year. So we have this whole thing going on from harvest to the grapes fermenting to the aging. That whole process can take a year or more, could be longer or shorter. It depends on what winemakers like Brooke want to do and what they want to create in the final wine. So then we get to our final wines. We have 2 wines from Domaine Caylus, and these are the Chardonnay and Pinot Noir we've been tasting the whole time. So I want you to grab a glass of the 2019 Tradition Chardonnay. Both of these wines are done low intervention with natural wild yeast fermentation, and they're organic. And they've spent about 16 to 18 months in oak. And you can see this final process, very harmonic, little bit of toastiness, appley notes, and some minerality on the palate, very bright.
Oh, sorry, this is where I talk. Listen,
And
these are great. We don't have any more time left, but there's nothing really more to say. These are great, and you see now why you might pay more for a wine that has aged. Like, the difference is incredible. Renee, thank you for that lesson. Can we give it up for Renee?